How can dominant ideologies successfully present themselves as simply the way the world should be? The French theorist Roland Barthes thought they did so by appropriating popular culture and repurposing it. He believed they drained popular ideas of their real meaning and then repackaged them to create myths that carried new and often very different implications. Writing in Mythologies, a collection of essays published in 1957, Barthes looked at examples drawn from everyday French life, from advertisements to the world of wrestling. His aim was to show that images, which he called signs, were stripped of meaning when they were removed from their proper context. The result, he thought, was the spread of a uniform, unthreatening, and above all, bourgeois ideology, a comfort blanket of myth that might be cozy and reassuring, but could easily prove stifling. To understand what Barthes meant, consider the iconic image of a charismatic revolutionary. What did he really stand for? How has he been depicted in popular culture? And what does his iconic image represent today? Barthes argues that the signs that society projects onto our revolutionary bear very little relation to his actual qualities. The reality was that he was willing to kill to achieve political aims, and that the state he helped to forge was more repressive and less free than his public statements might suggest. Stripped of this context, though, his image becomes a sign with other uses. It can exploit consumers' eagerness to identify with qualities that they believe symbolize youthfulness, rebelliousness, hatred of authority. Companies that exploit the image, Barthes explains, introduce a second-order signification, a new myth, one that symbolizes something different. It's an image drained of real meaning, one that no longer refers to the revolutionary's real beliefs. Before long, the famous photograph is appropriated to sell all sorts of products, t-shirts, beer, even washing powder. So when Sophia goes to a shop and buys a t-shirt with our revolutionary's face on it, she thinks she's making a statement about her individualism, rebellion, and anti-capitalism, when in truth, the image is now a capitalist commodity. By buying the t-shirt, she buys into that conformity. It's a sort of rebellion her bourgeois society is happy to live with. Popular culture has taken a real person whose real ideas posed real danger and turned him into an image which, Barthes would point out, has been safely reinvented as myth. Roland Barthes' writings have had a huge influence on the ways that critics seek to deconstruct and examine meaning.